This is a smaller, tight-knit group of individuals that really represent the country.
It doesn't matter what age you are, if you're willing to win, you're willing to put your best effort.
It's not how hard you get hit.
I ended up fracturing my thumb.
They suspected that he had Crohn's.
It's how hard you get hit and get knocked down and get up again. We don't take days off.
That's right, strength, no weakness.
Sky's kind of the limit.
Get ready, because today we are taking a look at some of our future prodigies and pros. This is No Days Off.
I don't know where to start. I think she's an amazing athlete. It's rare that you see somebody with her power, speed, athleticism. She wants to get better, so I don't care if she hit 10 home runs last season. You know, how can I get better? I think at this level, a lot of them work. I don't know very few of them that work as hard as she does.
Because a lot of times all that you see are these success stories, people definitely don't understand or even think about how much work that she actually puts in.
That really separates the good from the great. She separated herself in her work ethic and her mentality when she comes into work. There's never a time where she misses.
My name is Gabby Wilson. I'm 15 years old and I play softball. This is my happy place.
I learned a lot from sports, the value of hard work and leadership and just being active. And so when they were young, you know, you're looking for things to get them active, and in sports, Gabby gravitated more to softball.
It's just relaxing. It's my routine, I guess. I always hit off the tee and I always do rapids and front toss with my dad. I remember playing t-ball and I was like, oh, I like this. This is fun. And I was like taller than everyone and I was stronger. And so I was like, oh, I'm actually kind of good at this. And I liked, since then I liked playing it. And when I was around 10, my dad was like, I think we should start getting into select. Whenever my dad mentioned that to me, I started thinking, hey, I can be better than the people I'm playing with. And so that motivated me. And I started, going outside and throwing with him every day. And I started hitting. And that's kind of when I started, the work ethic that I have now. My dad is always here working with me, giving me tips. He listens to my coach whenever she coaches me, so he just repeats what she says so I can remember. It's dangerous sometimes, but he does it.
I don't know if there was a specific moment when she walked up and said, this is it. She just made a commitment as she got into high school. It was, I like the other ones, but I love softball. And so she just really devoted all her time and energy to that. And it's really helped her to kind of elevate her game across the board. So I just want her to take advantage of the time and get better. Even if it's just 1%, just get better. Yes,
hitting is my favorite aspect of softball. When I was younger, it obviously didn't look like it does now. I've grown so much, and you can definitely see it when I'm hitting with my dad.
Good job on the hand speed with the wood bat, but keep pushing yourself. That'll help you to run faster when they're running to some of those faster pitchers in the games and in your tournaments.
Yes, sir. Fit Lab is sort of CrossFit. We go there and there's different stations that we do with different exercises, and it could be weightlifting, it could be hurdle hops, it could be a ladder drill.
When she first came in here, we wanted to work on a couple of weaknesses, which we call areas of development, such as hamstring and glute development. Also, hip flexors, shoulder mobility, and core stabilization. She can hit the ball, and she tested out very well on the strength. But we needed her to be a more mobile athlete and reduce the risk of injury.
We met Tristan probably a little bit over a year ago. We had several of our friends, Gabby's personal coach, that recommended we go check him out. He does a great job at helping you to get better at your sport. We saw the impact that he was having in Gabby. In a very short period of time, she got faster, she got stronger.
If she finds out she has to run 5 miles to get faster, she'll go do it. If she finds out she has to lift these weights to get stronger, she'll go do it. She sets her mind to it and she does it. And she's been very self-motivated. She does it all herself.
Oh, she's a sponge. She's a sponge. She's a hard worker. She's somebody that when she comes in here, she leaves better than when she comes in every time. I just pretty much give her the blueprint and she runs with it, and I just continue to check in with her. She's a dream client. I really enjoy being a part of her journey. She makes it very easy for me.
Sometimes it is really draining. I get tired a lot because I'm working every day. So sometimes I don't want to be there, but I have this big competitive spirit and I do know that other people are working. I want to be better than you. So I'm going to work harder than you because it's kind of my mindset.
Free time is pretty rare for Gabby, but when she does get it, she'll often get reading in. Sometimes we'll have an air hockey tournament upstairs.
I like to spend as much time with my family as I can, so family is really important.
Gabby has 2 younger brothers. Malachi is a year younger than her, and Sean is 3 years younger than her. Gabby's always been a good big sister. She's always led her brothers, taught them. She interferes with their fights, stops them from fighting.
Sympathetic when they get in trouble, but they're not when she gets in trouble. We like to be there to kind of support one another. There's nothing else we'd rather do than to be with them practicing or doing sports and enjoying family time, because we understand that she's a sophomore in high school, so 2 years from now she'll be in college. We're trying to enjoy every bit of it while we can.
Best athlete?
Oh, me? I have more home runs than you.
So?
One of the things me and my brothers like to do together is baking. It's really fun for us because it kind of takes our mind off of all the other responsibilities that we have.
Now, you can start pouring like around.
We have a little business called Wilson's Desserts. I think Malachi made us some cake balls as a surprise for Valentine's Day, and my dad was like, these are really good. We kind of just said, oh, we should just start this business together, and we've already sold a couple cookies and cake pops to people, so it's really fun. It tastes good.
Yeah, I know.
This is my room. This was actually made for me by my grandpa. He made a lot of the stuff in my room for me, but he made this to hold my tournament rings. This one is a really nice one. I like it. It's from one of the All-State games that I played. This one is probably a big one because it was my first home run. It was actually on my 13th birthday. My teammates were like, that would be so cool. You should hit a home run for your birthday. And I went up to the plate and I was like, that would be funny if I hit a home run. And then I hit one over. And so then the next day I hit that one, and they just kept coming. This is an MVP medal that you get whenever you go to the All-State game. So this is the first one I got because my first home run that I hit, this is when I got the MVP medal to go to the All-State games the first time. I haven't really decided what I want to do yet when I go to college, but I do know that I want to play college softball. There are a couple schools that I would love to go to, but really I just want to play for a big competitive program.
She has a dream of playing college softball at a big program, and so we want her dreams to come true, obviously, from that standpoint. But we also want her to get a great education, and so we want her to be prepared to have a successful life, successful career, whatever she decides that she wants to go do. And have fun doing it. I ask her quite often, like, are you enjoying the work? Are you enjoying playing softball? And her answer is always immediately yes. And I think the reason I ask her that question, or we ask her, is you're gonna blink and it's gonna be over. So I hope you're enjoying it because we are, and take advantage of every moment.
Coming up next.
He knows that he can do things at a high level. He expects himself to do that, and he works really hard. He knows that he can do things at a high level. He expects himself to do that, and he works really hard.
I really think whatever he does, he'll succeed, whether it's going professional or going to college. I think he'll succeed no matter what.
I think his character and work ethic really stand above and beyond the majority of our players.
No matter what kind of game it was, whether it be horseshoes or baseball, football, he wanted to be the one to win.
He's always wanted to just better himself for his team and for his community.
I like competing and trying to get the best out of myself, and not being only the best for myself, but for my teammates and the people that I'm playing in front of.
My name's Cameron O'Bannon. I'm 18 and I play baseball.
The first thing we do, we always do 3 stations. We do a med ball circuit and some bands, just get their bodies loose, some hurdles, get their hip flexors loose, and then we go through our defensive workout, mainly our pitchers, our PFP, pitcher fielding practice, just to stay sharp on our defensive end, and then go right into BP, our batting practice.
When I got on varsity as a sophomore, it was it's a lot more intense. You know, there's more of a crowd involved and there's a little bit more on the line. But I love playing for my hometown, and it's always fun when you can play with and against the guys that you grew up with.
I've played with Cameron probably since I was 7. I've been catching him since I was 9. So we've had a pretty close relationship growing up, and it's really helped us over the years.
Cam's been on varsity since he was a sophomore. I've known him since he was a little kid. I mean, just being in the community this long, he was always a standout and one of the better kids on the team always. His arm is live. He's got, a plus arm. He's got, a major league arm at this point. His speed is, well above average. So you put those two together, it's hard to coach those two. And then as far as, his knowledge for the game is well beyond his years, and he hits the ball real well, and he's just a great leader.
The feeling that I can always have when I can go out to the field and get together with some teammates and really just kind of go hit, I'm always up for that, and it's something that I always like being around and doing. I like to be kind of the trendsetter when we get to games, and I definitely like being the leader and guys that everybody can come around when it comes to game time, for sure. I'm not always like super in your face, I kind of lead by example most times, and that's good like certain times when we're doing well, and you don't really need to say too much, but like when stuff goes wrong or something needs to be fixed, trying to get better at being more verbal about that, and not being harsh about it, but just kind of picking them up, for sure. Originally, I was recruited at Texas to go be just a pitcher, and we've kind of worked on that. Recently, about probably the start of my junior year, was when they were like, okay, we think you can definitely be a two-way guy, and want to try to convert you to a power outfielder. So that's something that I've really had to work on, was my hitting. Really trying to stay consistent with my mechanics hitting-wise. I mean, I'm always working, trying to hit more off-speed now, not really seeing too many fastballs in the zone. Definitely trying to hit off speed. And I'd say pitching wise, it's just staying fluid with my mechanics, really not trying too hard. When I try to do too much is when stuff kind of goes wrong for me. Being able to mix in with those pitches is definitely something that I'm gonna have to stay on, for sure.
Coming up next.
So Cam's been training with us for about a year. He is a really consistent line drive hitter. So Cam's been training with us for about a year, and he is a pitcher primarily, and what we talked about is just having that other side of his game. He's a leadoff hitter for his team now. He is a really consistent line drive hitter. He's such a great athlete. It's just getting him to simplify things and make him a little bit more consistent with the bat, and he really helps his team now from both sides. So we want to give all of our players objective feedback, actual numbers and data to support their goals and improvement. So we use HitTrax, which is a machine that tracks the ball, how fast it goes, how far it goes, what part of the field it's on. And it gives us trends and allows us to track speed and distance over time. And it gives the players immediate feedback after every swing, where the ball would go, land, all that stuff.
I didn't really pay attention to all that data, and now trying to be, a lot better hitter, it's good to focus on things like that, where I'm catching the ball in response to where the ball is crossing the plate. It definitely helps. I like it. I think I got into baseball when I was about 2. Really started getting serious about it, started traveling for summer ball when I was probably 9, 10 years old.
Cameron has been a force to be reckoned with since he was a baby. Any sports he would have an opportunity to play, he would play. He was just very competitive and just always had a drive to compete.
Growing up, we lived next to our neighbors. They would play football, baseball, basketball in the front yard, and he would come in, he would be just so mad if he lost.
Track was something that I picked up last year. The track is a thing that's very, very challenging, physically, and it's something that you have to stay with, especially if you're a bigger guy like me. Football in Texas is about as big as it gets. It's when you have 5,000 people in the stands all cheering for you. It's definitely one of the coolest experiences you can have on a Friday night.
Where do you think he gets that kind of drive and motivation from?
Definitely for me, I'm a very competitive person. I have been forever and ever.
Dad, he played at Lamar University. He was a pitcher there for a couple of years. He played football in high school as well. That's mainly where the athletic side comes from.
He's just so competitive. He just started running track this year, and he's already getting first place in all these meets. He hates losing. He doesn't like the taste of it in his mouth. He just can't stand it.
So he's a superior athlete. I mean, he is a really high-level football player, track, and baseball player. So my hope for him is that he just continues to work really hard at his game, continues to improve day to day.
Dude, so there's no days off for you?
No, well, not really. So I'll do, like I said, I'll do track in the morning, baseball in the morning as well. Kind of do school from 11:30 to 2:30, and then 2:30 to 4:30 is baseball. And if I don't have a game or a track meet, we're doing what we're doing today and going to hit fourth.
I hope he makes it to the major leagues. I know that he's got a good shot if he continues to work hard and gets better. He's definitely got the tools. As long as you work hard and keep your head down, you'll find out where it's at, and hopefully his ends up in the major someday. If not, I'm still gonna love him just the same.
Coming up next.
It's persistent, just the tenacity that he's working at and the pace that he's striving to get to. He's just eager to learn.
I'm just trying to prove that I'm positive, outgoing. I want to be a leader and show people the right way to do things in life, not only baseball.
It's persistent, just the tenacity that he's working at and the pace that he's striving to get to. He's just eager to learn.
My name is Casey Hintz. I'm 16 and I play baseball.
To describe Casey, I think that he's the guy that you always want on your team. He's accountable to the discipline that he has on and off the field. Defensively, I think that there aren't too many shortstops in the state, let alone Midwest. Just his hands, really fast and fluid and smooth. A two-step release, which I think he kind of gets the ball out of his glove quicker than a lot of high school guys that I've seen. We're gonna go two-hand straight at you, catch, forehand, backhand, and then switch your feet, backhand. Just working some hip mobility right off the bat. So what we want to do is make sure that kind of our hips are rotating and making sure that we get them as far or as close as we can to the ground, and then rotate through. All right, control the middle of your body. This is the first year that we've been kind of actively working together and also coming up with different programs, from his strength and conditioning to sprint work, his mobility, hitting, fielding. He's always asking questions about, how can he get better? That's the type of player he is, and he just works hard. A lot of times, especially for athletes in general, but just the hip mobility, being able to just open that up and prep the kind of day, that way we can really maximize what our bodies can do.
I play for the Illinois Indians. I'm on their 17/18 team. For high school ball, I started on varsity as a freshman, and I'm just getting better every day to be the best player I can. It's really fun. I'm always learning something new every day. Every day there's something new that I need to work on.
Coming up next.
He plays at a really, really fast pace, and that's something that I do like, and he brings it. Just to kind of go off of what we were doing outside of the cage and in the weight room. First one, let's just get our rhythm. I'm just going heel to heel, just to feel that rhythm in our feet.
I always saw myself as a leader and like teaching other people what to do, showing them where they should be on the field. I just thought it was important to be that person on the team that shows them what they're supposed to do.
I think his speed really plays a big factor. Just being able to lay out singles and the doubles, increasing kind of the bunt game to bring everybody in, and then he can really maximize kind of what he can do at the plate. And that's what we're working on, you know, and that's why he's continually doing that day in, day out, just to be consistent with what he's doing. So this one's incorporating the rhythm and timing in his feet, as well as kind of a cue for him of what pace he's working at. That way, it's one where he's under that control and stability type movements that we like to see. Make sure that back foot. He plays at a really, really fast pace, and that's something that I do like, and he brings it. So kind of his speed, his hands, and then from there, I think overall, his arm. I mean, that's kind of the last piece that he really brings to the table. Good right there, Case. Good. One more. Good. So from there, we'll transition. From our hips, we like to start from the ground up. And then once we do kind of have that hip mobility and just prep through it, we'll start to incorporate how we'll get into the ground, as well as how we're just associating.
The med ball works on being explosive through the ball. 2 years ago is when I really started focusing on it and starting to weight lift and get bigger so I can be more competitive.
You know, I don't know if you could put a tag on what his kind of work ethic is. It's one of his own, but it's also one where you get everything that he has, which is all you can ask for. Yeah, and then we can have a little bit of rhythm.
I started playing baseball when I was like 2 or 3 years old. I would just play out in the front yard with my brother and my dad. It wasn't specifically with the baseball. We'd use a tennis ball, play with football, just anything that involved the game of baseball. I always liked pitching, and then over the years, I liked shortstop more and second base, just because I got to be like a leader on the field and got a lot more action. It's really fun being able to compete against others, being able to outwork people and prove people wrong, show others my like real character and that I'm hardworking and competitive. Love watching it, just learning more about the game every day.
Just one day down for these future stars. Tomorrow they'll be back at it again, working and training. Because when you want to be the best, there are no days off.